Hello Virgo, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your reading for the second half of April from the 16th all the way through the 30th. General, as always, guys, it's not going to resonate with every single person, so please do take from it what makes sense for you personally and release the rest. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below in the description box. I will include a link to the decks and creators that you do see here today, and cross-watchers, as always, are welcome. So I'm going to go ahead and timestamp these down below since we're breaking it up into two sections. I'm going to start off with the Divine Masculine portion of the reading, and then we'll look into the messages for the feminine. So let's dive right into this. Virgo, songs in the key of love, musical messages for this love connection. Starting off with the Heart Songs deck, volume 1, and then we'll grab a couple cards from the Real Talk with Him, Words of Wisdom deck, focusing on the masculine. All right, Virgo, so let's go ahead and see. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo, Divine Masculine. So where's the masculine at on this journey? Let's grab a song. Love Bites by Def Leppard. I don't want to touch you too much, baby, because making love to you might drive me crazy. I know you think that love is the way you make it, so I don't want to be there when you decide to break it. Okay, so love bites, love hurts. There's a situation here that might be a little bit complicated. What I'm kind of getting from this excerpt from this song is that we might have a feminine here who's not available, and this masculine recognizes that or knows it. You know, I don't want to touch you too much because making love to you might drive me crazy. I mean, you know, why would you not want to be with someone that you care for and love and are so attracted to if there weren't issues there, if there were not complications? And I'm just kind of getting here for some of you, take this only if it makes sense, someone's already taken, more than likely the feminine here. Let's grab another card. I'll Be There by the Jackson 5. I'll be there to comfort you, build my world of dreams around you. I'm so glad that I found you. I'll be there with a love that's strong. I'll be your strength. I'll keep holding on. So what I'm kind of getting with these two songs next to each other is that we might have a masculine who's holding back because we might have a feminine who, again, is either not available or maybe isn't ready, but letting the feminine know, it's like, I'll be there for you when you are ready. I'll be your strength, especially when you need me to be that strength. You know, that's what I'm getting from that. So let's go ahead and add to this with some additional insight from the Real Talk with Him deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo, focusing on the Divine Masculine. So where's the masculine at in their thoughts here? I'm guided to this one. I stalk your social media pages to see if you're with someone else. You see that? And maybe they didn't know that in the beginning, but once they started stalking your social media pages, Divine Feminine, maybe they realized, oh shoot, you know, they're actually with someone else. So that's for some of you guys. Let's go ahead and grab another message. If we're making love, you'll know we're not just two bodies having sex. You'll feel it in my kiss, my touch, my desire for you that goes beyond just the physical connection. Going back to the song Love Bites, I don't want to touch you too much because making love to you might drive me crazy. So, I mean, they actually love being intimate with the feminine in this way, but there's also an obstacle that's coming through here. Why this masculine is saying, I don't want to be there when you decide to break things off. So why would the feminine break things off if you guys are so into each other? What's going on with that? So let's dig a little bit deeper here. So that's just what I'm picking up off of intuitively for some of you, that we have a feminine here who's already with someone else, might already either be married or committed in another partnership. So let's see what else. I'm going to pull from my Silhouettes deck here. Let's dig a little bit deeper, Virgo, when it comes to the Divine Masculine here. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Virgo. For the Masculine. Solitude, which is interesting because this always reminds me of the Hermit card in Tarot, which of course picks up off of Virgo. There's a difference between being alone, feeling alone, and choosing to spend time alone. Choosing the one that allows you to gather your thoughts, to heal, and to love yourself first. So whoever represents this energy of solitude, but I mean, this is a Virgo reading, hermit-like, you know? So this could be you, Virgo, that's in this energy just wanting to spend time on your own. Could be the masculine who just wants to be alone right now because they can't be with the feminine, especially if the feminine is already taken. This is interesting. We have a broken feminine coming through. And maybe that's why it could be the feminine just needing time alone to heal in order to be able to love themselves first. What else? What else for Virgo, Divine Masculine? Drool. Look at this. I can barely contain my desire for you when you're within reach. You're my ultimate craving, and I can't imagine letting another second go by without tasting you. Okay, I just gotta tell you what I'm feeling. So I'm just getting here that this Divine Masculine got themselves involved with this broken feminine who was already in another relationship, but the desire was so ridiculously intense that it was just a matter of time before you guys crossed the line. I'm just going to say it like that because this to me represents an affair, a third party. And so this masculine who's stalking the feminine social media pages, knowing that they can't be with the feminine because the feminine's already with someone else. Complicated stuff. But this makes it even more complicated. Okay, full bloom, soul bond, something about the autumn season, which includes your own Virgo energy there. Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius as well. So something could have happened for some of you guys September, October, November, or maybe that's the first time you guys had met. But maybe autumn season of this year, you guys might be able to work something out or something happens during this time of year. So going back to this, we've got full bloom. Love takes time to develop. It doesn't happen overnight. If nurtured, that love can grow into something beautiful. And then soul bond, forever connected regardless of time, distance, or circumstance. So what I'm feeling here for this portion of the reading is we have two people. It might have started off as an affair, but oh man, this is a storyline that keeps popping up in my Virgo readings. Started off maybe just as friends, turned into something more, and then you guys ended up falling in love and maybe had to end it because the feminine could have already been taken. If it's reversed for your situation, if the masculine was taken, or maybe you guys were both taken and ended up getting into this relationship with each other, and now you guys still feel this strong connection towards one another but can't be together, and now we've got this broken feminine who just needs some downtime, alone time. And look at this. You see? Dirty. You knew what you were getting into. Now clean it up. And part of cleaning it up might be just spending time alone, not being together. Oh, wow. This is complicated. Okay, I feel like grabbing another message here. See? Intensity. I can no longer ignore this magnetic pull between us. Yep. Yeah. It's there, you know? It's definitely there. We have guidance. Sometimes the path is unclear and sometimes it shines so bright that you can no longer ignore it, intuitively knowing that's the way you're meant to go. So I'm also getting for the feminine watching this reading for this masculine that if you are taken, if you're married, if you're already in another relationship, but you're desiring this person, there's a part of you that's being guided to this individual. And in order for this to work, in order for it to not fall in the category of an affair or a third-party situation, you're going to have to end something. You can't have it both ways. Well, you can, but it's not going to end well. Infinity, us forever. So feminines watching this reading for this masculine, you see forever with this person. But if we've got affairs and third parties mixed into this equation, this makes it a little difficult to get to. Can't make it up, look. Mystery man. Cannot make that up. There's our third party. You don't have to tell them about me. We can just keep having fun together. I don't need to meet your family, your friends. It's our little secret. Come on over. Damn. I'm going to leave that right there. It is because of this. I kind of feel both the masculine and feminine knew what you guys were getting yourselves into. You knew that your hands were going to get dirty. In order for this to go any further, the third party element needs to not be there. That's it. So let's see where else this is going to go. I'm going to go ahead and pull messages from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck here. Angels and Spirit Guides, please. Focusing on Virgo, Divine Masculine. What else do we need to know here? No wonder we have a masculine who's stalking the feminine social media page. Because more than likely they can't be with you, but they are definitely remembering those intimate moments that they've shared with you. There are references to when you guys made love here. Something magnetic, something passionate, but it still falls under the category of an affair. What else for Virgo? Divine Masculine. Look at that. You see, they still want to reach out. But we also have an ending here. What I would give to be able to reach out and touch you again. Yeah, a tangible piece of you that I had the pleasure of knowing once. I will forever reach out for you, and maybe someday our hands, our hearts will meet again. Take this only if it applies, because I feel for some of you, it could have just been not necessarily a one-night stand, although that could apply for some. So what I get is perhaps as far as being intimate with one another, maybe that just happened one time. What I would give to be able to reach out and touch you again, a tangible piece of you that I had the pleasure of knowing once, just one time. That's what's coming through there. But they want to reach out again. This is a masculine who perhaps is still so drawn to the feminine. But it could have been the feminine that needed to end it. Okay, but I gotta read the message here. So let's go ahead and see. I've tried to convince you that love was worth a shot, that you and I are so incredibly compatible. We're a perfect match. I've tried to make you see that I'll be here for you through thick and thin, that no matter what life hands us, we can make it through. But I kept but I can't keep trying for both of us. I guess we've reached the end of the road. Okay, this is what I'm getting for this. Because right from the very beginning, I am feeling for the feminine in this equation anyway, that you're already married or taken. And as this card says, you know, perhaps the person that you were or are with, there are parts of it where you really see them as your ideal mate, could be your perfect match. But at the end of the day, if you're just not getting out of that partnership what it is that you're looking for, perhaps that's where this mystery man came in and kind of filled in what was missing in that relationship. But if it continues to not be the relationship that you are needing, then perhaps it's time for you to take control of the situation to end things in order for you to not be getting involved in another third-party situation. Especially if you've, for example, fallen in love with somebody outside of your relationship. That could be represented by this person. We've got reasons coming through here. I've tried to move on. I've tried to forget. I've tried to love again. I've tried to remind myself that the reasons we had to let go of one another were good reasons. But when two hearts are destined, there are no good reasons. This distance, separation, my grief and loneliness from missing you, it's all too much. Please come back. And I can't help but feel that that message is from the divine masculine here, wanting the feminine back, the feminine who more than likely had to detach, especially because there was another situation going on there. Let's grab another message for Virgo, divine masculine. Yeah, look at that. It's time to say goodbye to the past. This was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, to leave the past behind, to move on. The past is where you and I were, where the good memories live, where my dreams of us fell apart. Our time together is over, and I need to find the strength to just say it. Goodbye. The end. Saying goodbye to the past. Something ended because you guys couldn't go any further. It was the end of the road. It had to be. Wow. So let's see where else this is going to go. I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot from the Pining Rose Tarot by Calico Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. Focusing on the divine masculine here. So for my feminines watching for this masculine could represent that mystery man. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. What was I just saying? Look at that. The Hermit. Your own Virgo energy. Where's that card? Look at that. Solitude. Hermit. So this is you, Virgo. Whether you represent the masculine here or the feminine, this is you. Needing some time to reflect, to soul search. Needing time on your own. We've got the Seven of Pentacles here, which is more of your own earth energy here. So it really comes down on how you choose to invest your time at this point. And maybe you've just been working very hard to figure things out for yourself. But the Seven of Pentacles is one of those cards that I like to refer to it as a wait and see card. Because maybe right now it's too soon to call it. And that also might be why we have this autumn season reflected here. So it might not give you clarity until September, October, of November of this year. So don't do anything hastily here. Just wait and see. Wait and see how things are going to unfold. We are focusing on the divine masculine here. But in the meantime, you guys needed to let go of one another. You had to put a stop to this. Maybe what stopped it is that you guys were found out. You know, whoever was in another relationship, which I kind of feel is the feminine here, but it could be both of you. For some of you guys, maybe you were both in other committed partnerships, and then the affair happened. You both got your hands dirty, and what ended it and why you needed to detach and let go is because you guys were found out. And here we are with that Knight of Wands. So some of you guys might be dealing with a fire sign here, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. The Knight of Wands can be a very passionate person, energetic, adventurous, spontaneous, as it says here. But the Knight of Wands doesn't want to commit. The Knight of Wands can be a player here. So that can apply for some of you guys too when it comes to this masculine. They knew. They knew what they were getting into, and they did it anyway. They got their hands dirty. And as a result of that, the feminine got their hands dirty too. And then we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So more of your own earth energy here, Virgo. Working hard. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. It's all about hard work. So maybe that's what you're doing right now. And the key is for two people to be able to want to build something solid and valuable in this connection. But as long as it's in the category of an affair or a third party, there's not much that you guys can do about that. So, Three of Wands, it's time to look ahead. It's time to create progress towards the future, either individually or together. But that Three of Wands could represent the third party reference also. So with the World card coming through here, this cycle from the past has to complete. There's no way around it. It needed to come to an end. Couldn't go any further. You know, it's like traveling on a road where there is no road left. And you had to stop. But this might actually be a blessing in disguise, because in order for a new foundation to be built in your life or in this connection, a door needed to close in order to bring forward a new opportunity, a new door to bring you the happiness that you've been looking for. So parts of the past need to stay in the past. That's why you needed to say goodbye to it. It couldn't be a part of your now. It could not be a part of your future. So that's why you're here. That's why you need to be in hermit mode right now. So if you haven't actually heard from the divine masculine, maybe they are in hermit mode. They're doing a lot of soul searching so that they're not going to create something even more complicated than what it was before. And I have a feeling here that if the masculine was a player, if they were just wanting to get into casual relationships, it could have just all been about the physical connection at one point. That's could possibly be what got them into trouble to begin with. But I'm also getting for some of my feminines that you might just be surprised with how your masculine has changed. Especially if this has all played out in the past. Maybe it's been a long time since all of this went down. And maybe they've matured, they've grown, they realize what they've done. And, you know, they don't want to get their hands dirty anymore. They have to get out of this Knight of Wands player mode, you know? So hopefully that is a thing of the past. If not, for my feminines watching for this masculine, you just gotta be mindful of where they're coming from. That's what's coming through from that. So, all right, let's go ahead and grab some numbers here. I'm going to pull from the Twin Flame Angel Numbers deck by Mystic Moon for Virgo, focusing on the Divine Masculine. Complicated is the word. 0330. This is a green light from your angels. The answer is yes. That's actually a good card. So, here's the thing. If you're getting a green light, for my feminines watching for this masculine, if you're getting a green light, that gives you guys the go-ahead to perhaps pursue where this could go. That perhaps is an indication that this is no longer a third-party situation, especially if the feminine, or even both of you, have detached from existing partnerships before. Giving you guys the opportunity to say yes to reconnecting. Whoa. What else for Virgo? 1313. Earth angels are surrounding you as you face a challenging time in your connection. And I feel this could be friends, this could be family that were there for you, for both of you, when this all blew up. No doubt it was challenging, but you guys now have the green light there. "1212. Your guardian angels are protecting you and this connection always. There's a reason why protection is needed. There's a reason why things, for example, aren't happening quite yet, and why more time is needed for clarity. So don't try to rush it, because it's going to unfold the way it's meant to, when it is meant to. And again, we've got that time frame for later on this year. Autumn season. Let's grab a couple more cards. 000. Examine situations with your third eye. Do not rely on your human eyes to be your true guide. What I'm getting for the Divine Masculine here, because again, this was the message, right? From one of the dialogue decks. I stalk your social media pages to see if you're with someone else. So, here's the thing. What we put on social media isn't exactly every part of our life, every detail. For some people, yeah, they document everything. But I'm just getting here that this masculine needs to trust their gut, their intuition when it comes to this connection with the feminine. Because what they're seeing on social media might not actually be what's going on. Let's grab one more message. One more message for the Divine Masculine for Virgo. 105. Your intuition is divinely guided, so trust all that you are being shown at this time. Exactly. Exactly right. These two cards go together. That's what the advice is for the masculine here. To trust their gut and intuition. Because what they might be seeing with their own eyes isn't the full picture. It's not everything that they need to know about what's going on in the feminine's life. Interesting stuff. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab some additional messages from the masculine from my Heavenly Hearts Oracle deck. All right, Divine Masculine, what do you want to say to your feminine here? But yeah, very specific storyline. You know, if this doesn't make sense for you, the viewer, then it's just not your story this time, guys. What does the masculine want to say to the feminine? Thank you for loving me through thick and thin, ups and downs, good and bad days. Always by my side. I'm so grateful for your love. Hold on. Look at that. Just the reference, right? The verbiage. Thank you for loving me through thick and thin. And this message, which I feel is from the feminine, it says, I've tried to make you see that I'll be here for you through thick and thin. And so now we've got a masculine here who realizes this now. Coming through from a place of gratitude. I'm so grateful for your love. Always by my side. The song, I'll be there. I'll be there to comfort you, build my world of dreams around you. I'm so glad that I found you. I'll be there with a love that's strong. I'll be your strength. I'll keep holding on. So this masculine wants to hold on. What I'm also getting for some of you, because right off the bat, I did kind of pick up off of those who were already in committed partnerships. For some of you, what is coming through here is that the person that you could have been married to, that you were in a committed partnership with, because of the infidelities, you guys went your separate ways. So through healing, through being in hermit mode and soul searching, you guys might find your way back to each other. Not giving up through thick and thin, no matter how complicated this got. So take that if it applies. You had my heart right from the start. I still remember our first kiss. For that one moment in time, the world stood still. Yeah, there's something. There's something about those intimate moments when you guys were making love, the very first time you guys kissed. Remember this message from the masculine. If we're making love, you'll know we're not just two bodies having sex. You'll feel it in my kiss, my touch, my desire for you that goes beyond just the physical connection. That's what's coming through there. What else from the masculine here? Ooh, let's make babies tonight. So we have a masculine here who wants to have a family with the feminine. Will you be my +1 forever? And lastly, when I miss you, I close my eyes knowing you're just a memory away. So, obviously that's a message for a masculine that's in separation from the feminine. Someone that they care for so deeply. And those memories that you guys had shared. Okay? So that's what's representing itself here on behalf of the Divine Masculine. Very specific storyline, guys. So again, if it's not your story this time, don't try to make it fit. But this is what's presenting itself here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Divine Feminine messages. Let's see if it plays off of each other or if it just brings forward a completely separate storyline. All right, guys, so if you're wanting to stick around for the second half, let's get right into it. All right, for the Divine Feminine, let's go ahead and take a look and see what the messages are for the second half of April. So Virgo, let's get right into this. I'm going to use my Heart Songs of the 90s deck, and then we'll grab a couple messages from the Real Talk with Her Words of Wisdom deck. All right, so let's take a look and see if, again, the Divine Feminine messages match up with what came through with the Divine Masculine reading. If not, it's just going in a different direction. Let's go ahead and see. All right, so let's grab a couple of songs here. All right, here we go. Unbreak My Heart by Toni Braxton. Don't leave me in all this pain. Don't leave me out in the rain. Come back and bring back my smile. Come and take these tears away. I need your arms to hold me now. The nights are so unkind. Bring back those nights when I held you beside me. Oh boy. All right, so we're focusing on two people who are at a distance from one another. And we have a feminine here who's in a lot of pain. Let's grab another song. Can you stop the rain? Oh my goodness. So Toni Braxton, first song. Peebo Bryson, second song. So obviously we have a man and a woman talking to each other through songs here. Here's another morning without you. Here's another day. Will I get through it without breaking down? Haven't seen the sun since you've been gone. Like my heart, I lost it when you left me, and it can't be found. How can I go on? Baby, I'd be living on memories of you and me. All the love we made, all those tender nights, all those endless days, they're all here inside. So if this is a continuation of what came through from the divine masculine reading, we've got a couple that have been separated here who are in a lot of pain without each other, really. And there's a lot of memories that are tied into all this. Good memories, bad memories, painful memories. So let's add to this. But there is an indication here that the feminine ended up leaving the masculine. Haven't seen the sun since you've been gone. Like my heart, I lost it when you left me. That is what the lyrics say. I mean, it really could be either one who left the other. But I'm just feeling here it could have been the feminine who left the masculine. All right, let's grab a couple cards to tap into where the feminine is at. Things don't always happen when we want them to because the universe has a better plan by delaying yours. That did present itself, guys, because the tarot messages for the masculine reading, the Seven of Pentacles is a wait and see card. There's a delay there for a reason, which might actually be a blessing in disguise. Let's grab another card. True love lasts, grows, and thrives beyond the words I love you. And that's because it comes down to not just those words. It comes down to actions that we take to be able to show the person that we love that we really do feel that in our hearts, you know? So actions speak louder than those words. Wow. So let's set these guys aside and let's dig a little bit deeper here for the divine feminine. So once again, I'm going to pull from my silhouettes deck here for Virgo, focusing now on the divine feminine. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the feminine. What else do we need to know? So in the first half of this reading with the masculine, there were infidelities, third-party situations, very complicated scenario. In this reading so far, we've got a masculine and a feminine who are in separation, and the feminine recognizing that things don't always happen when we want them to because the universe has a better plan. The love is here, but you guys are in a lot of pain. Dream house. It's not a home unless we're in it together. Exactly. So that's because you guys are at a distance. You're in separation. Perhaps part of the universe's plan is to guide you guys back together, to guide you back to this person. Sometimes the path is unclear and sometimes it shines so bright that you can no longer ignore it, intuitively knowing that's the way you're meant to go. Infinity, us forever. So the divine feminine still sees forever with this masculine, even though you guys are at a distance from one another. This is true love right here. We have possibilities as long as you realize there are no limits. It is truly endless. So go live your best life. And I really feel for the divine feminine, that's what you're working on. That's what you're doing. Trying to live your best life despite the pain and the heartbreak and everything that's happened in the past. We have curiosity here. You won't know unless you ask. So this really comes down to having some productive conversations here. For both of you to start talking. Even if parts of those conversations are painful. Because that's what's ultimately going to create healing here between the two of you. Makes sense for me how we've got wrinkles, okay? A blueprint life leaves us with to remind us that we loved, learned, fell, got up, failed, thrived, laughed, cried. But most importantly, we lived. So this is one of those cards when it comes to two people. You guys want to grow old together. You want to be able to live a life together, long-term commitment. This is not a player here. This is someone who wants to commit. So, the first part of the reading with the masculine, some of you guys might be dealing with a player. And that ruined a marriage, that ruined a committed partnership. But what's presenting itself here for the feminine is that the feminine as well wants to be able to live their life forever with their ideal mate. To share a home together. To grow old together. That's what's coming through there. We have splash. This thing between you and I, let's dive in and get wet. Some of you guys might also be dealing with a water sign there. The whole reference to water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for some of you. Or you might have water in your own chart. Look at this. We have a feminine here. And it kind of makes sense if you were married and if there were infidelities in the marriage. That could have separated you from your spouse. Here we are again, look. Solitude. Okay, so some similar messages presenting itself here for this second half of the reading also. So solitude, hermit energy still presenting itself here for you, Virgo. This is what it is that perhaps you need right now. Introspection, contemplation. And again, the card reads, there's a difference between being alone, feeling alone, and choosing to spend time alone. Choose the one that allows you to gather your thoughts, to heal, and to love yourself first. And you still want your masculine. The one that wants to build a life with you, not the one that just wants to play. Wow. All right. So some similar messages presenting itself here. So let's go ahead and grab from the Heart and Soul Love Oracle once again. Focusing on Virgo Divine Feminine this time. So just kind of trusting the universe, whatever that plan is, to help bring you guys back together. A reunion with two people who are meant to be, who love each other and care for each other despite the challenges of the relationship. Love it. Love dance. Rise. I love that too. Her, the feminine energy coming through. I'm feeling one more card. One more card here for Virgo Divine Feminine. Give me another card. Unwavering belief, yes. And bottom of the deck is protection. I love all of these messages here, Virgo, for the feminine. So let's start with the love dance message. There's no one else on this planet I'd want to go through this dance of life with. You are my other half, my best friend, my lover, my plus one, my person, my soulmate. Let's dance this dance together for the rest of our days. My own interpretation of this card, when I first saw this image, it reminds me of, you know, like when you're at a wedding and there's the first dance between a bride and a groom, that love dance, okay? And then can't ignore this one. We've got the Groom card right there. So I feel this for either those of you who were married and ended up going your separate ways because of infidelities in the marriage. I feel this is coming full circle, giving you guys another opportunity to reconnect and strengthen the partnership, that you guys will rise above the challenges. Love has many colors. Sometimes it's gray when our heart has been broken, and sometimes you need to rise above the challenges to find clarity, to see the vibrancy of life and the love it brings us. So I really feel for you and your masculine divine feminine that you guys will find your way back, and you guys can overcome and rise above the challenges that overwhelmed your partnership. And this card representing the divine feminine. We are all beautiful and unique in our own way, yet we're all the same. We love, live, laugh, we dream, we cry, hope, hurt, we heal. Don't underestimate our strength, for we are powerful. We can move mountains, make dreams come true, and win the battles that matter. We can give birth to ideas, inspiration, and leaders who can bring change. Absolutely. Unwavering belief. I love this as well. I never gave up. I want you to know that even on the most difficult of days of missing you, I never gave up on us. I always knew that there would be a day when we'd find our way back to each other. So going back to the two songs that came through, we've got two people here who are miserable without the other. Don't leave me in all of this pain. Don't leave me out in the rain. And this song says, can you stop the rain? I mean, come on. Here's another morning without you. Okay? So I feel for those of you who were in a committed partnership, so really these two readings do play off of each other. And you will find your way back. Okay? This protection card does say find someone who will shield you from the rain. There's that reference to that rain again. You know who this is, Divine Feminine, who can actually shield you from that rain. And there's someone as well who will keep you out in the rain. So you got to choose wisely. The card goes on to say, who will protect you from life's thunderstorms, cherish you through the not so good days, hold you through your fears, need you as much as you need them. Someone who will never let that umbrella of love go. Someone who will prove their love to you, way beyond the words, I love you. True love lasts, grows, and thrives beyond the words, I love you. Because it comes down to their actions. Okay? So let's go ahead and grab some tarot. I'm going to pull from the Sacred Secrets of the Heart Tarot by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo, Divine Feminine. What else do we need to know? Judgment. Yep, Judgment Day, an awakening. To me, this is the alarm clock card in tarot. You gotta wake up. Somebody needs to wake up, or you both need to wake up. You can't ignore that. It's evaluating the past and where you guys have been. Someone perhaps wants to apologize and ask for forgiveness, wanting a reconciliation. Or maybe you guys just come to terms with what happened in the partnership and you're able to meet each other halfway. And maybe you're both wanting forgiveness for whatever role you played in the challenges in the partnership. Let's see what else. We do have the Page of Pentacles representing your earth energy here, Virgo. Plans for structure, okay? So the Page of Pentacles is representing manifestation. New enterprises, starting something new. That's what this person wants. So no doubt you guys have already experienced the Five of Swords, the conflict and the tension in the partnership, dealing with manipulative people. The Divine Feminine, I'm sure you can relate to this with that Nine of Wands. You've been through the battle, but you're still standing, you know? You've been hurt, you've been wounded, but you're resilient, you know? And you can get through this. The Four of Cups. In this particular deck, it says contemplating and boredom. And maybe, for some of you, part of the boredom and just the routine and the day-to-day of being in a relationship, maybe the magic fizzled, maybe you guys were just kind of stuck in a rut in your partnership. And then here comes this mystery man, this mystery person that brought in the excitement, and then that's when this whole third-party situation happened. That is what presented itself from the first half of this reading with the masculine. But there's a lot of thinking that's going on here. But it could also represent a missed opportunity if you guys don't take advantage of a chance to make this work. 10 of Pentacles, Virgo. I love that. Financially, that looks amazing. 10 of Pentacles representing someone that you're very compatible with, a perfect match, your ideal mate. Stability, security, and love, a very happy connection. An intensely strong soul connection is what that represents. So I'm feeling that despite where you guys have been on this journey, Divine Feminines, you guys can still work it out with your masculine. Just stay away from the third parties and stay away from drama. You've been through it. I'm not reading reversals this time around, guys. So we've got 10 of Wands, burdens. Okay, so it's time to lay down the burdens that you've been carrying, Divine Feminine. You've been carrying that for a very long time. And part of your healing is to finally address it, heal from it, and lay it down once and for all. You're coming through as the Queen of Pentacles. So you have to be very nurturing with yourself right now. Take care of you. Heal that heart of yours. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who could also represent a mother figure. Some of you guys could have already had family together, had children, either from previous relationships, or this could be a blended family for some of you. Or if you don't have a family together, this is just a reminder for you to be very nurturing with yourself. Six of Swords is a transition of tranquility heading towards calmer waters. The Six of Swords representing moving on and leaving the past behind. Because the past represents the Seven of Swords. Sneaking around, disloyal, third-party situations, affairs. So it's time for you to focus on making better decisions for yourself, Divine Feminine. You also have the Lovers card here, representing Gemini specifically. Could be your soulmate. Could even be your twin flame if you resonate with that. But whatever the label is for your connection, it's a very deep, special soul bond. So the thing with the Lovers card is you've got a choice. You've got a decision that you need to make now. What direction do you ultimately want to take things? And I feel there's a particular masculine that you want to build a life with and grow old with that person. Get married if you guys aren't married already. Rise above the challenges and the obstacles. No more drama. You guys have already been through the drama. Okay? So there's the opportunity for some true happiness here moving forward. All right, so let's go ahead and grab angel numbers once again for the feminine this time. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo, Divine Feminine. Let's see. (2333). The intensity of this connection may stir up fear in someone. A runner-chaser dynamic may form. So take that if it applies. You know, we could have had a masculine here who was the runner, the feminine who was the chaser. I mean, it could go either way. But it is coming through as a very intense connection. That we do know. We have 10-10. There is a divine plan in order. Let go of your need to know future events. Yeah. You know, again, going back to this card. Things don't always happen when we want them to because the universe has a better plan by delaying yours. So divine feminine, you got to just trust that what's meant for you will come for you when the time is right. $660. You do not have to compromise your own integrity to get what you want. Assert yourself accordingly. Great advice from your angels, divine feminine. 2020. Remain optimistic about your connection. Your true heart's desire is on the horizon. So this is letting us know that no matter where you guys are at right now on this journey, everything's going to work itself out. Just remain optimistic and have faith. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some dialogue messages now. Again, from my Heavenly Hearts Oracle. So, feminines, what do you want to say to your masculine? Divine feminine, what do you want to say to your divine masculine at this point in time? For Virgo, divine feminine, you make me ecstatically, ridiculously happy. At the end of the day, there's someone here that makes you really happy. You know who they are. I don't ask for much. I only need your love forever. Forever love. Endless love. I thought I knew what love was until you loved me. Okay? So there's that one particular divine masculine that has allowed you to realize this. The stars will align to help us find our way back into each other's arms. Yep, that's because the universe has a plan. I love this. You make my heart soar above the clouds. And again, rise above. Rise above those clouds. Rise above those challenges. And bottom of the deck, from the feminine to the masculine, your love is a gift from heaven. So there's real love here from both of you. No doubt about that. And again, with that 10 of Pentacles, it looks quite positive that you have found your ideal mate here. And you guys can overcome and rise above the challenges that you have faced in this partnership. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave this one, Virgo. Hopefully whatever parts of this reading, either bits and parts from the masculine and feminine reading, or perhaps one particular reading made more sense than the other. Take whatever makes sense. All right, guys. So hopefully it offered you advice that's helpful. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.